welcome. I'm excited. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. We are uh, we are tired in this house. It's 11 p.m. Mountain Time on my clock for all of our 2 subscribers now. I don't know what time you're watching this at, but hopefully it's not as late as this recording session. But the children are in bed. The wife is happy, I think. And that's all that matters. And we continue to turn out these episodes. So welcome to the Tired Gents podcast, episode 11. I'm your host, Gregory Paul Walter Brain, also known as Brainer. You can follow me at The Real Mr. Brain on Twitter. You don't see my ride or die here, Gus MCT, but you can always give him a follow on Instagram. You can follow us at Tired Gents on Twitter. We do have our YouTube channel available if you want to go back to the beginning and watch when it was real sketchy. Not to say that it's still not sketchy, but we appreciate all of the views. I'm feeling really good. It's spring break right now, so it's kind of hard to keep track of those days and hours and what month we're in or what day it is. But I'm pretty sure it's a lovely Friday evening as we begin this beautiful month of April in Edmonton, April 2nd, 2021. COVID or no COVID, can't hold us down. We just got to enjoy our own lives one day at a time. We got a lot of topics to talk about. A lot of topics, but first of all, I do have to shout out. Oh my goodness, I gotta back up a little bit here. Here we go. Woo! Look at that. Neon Leon from my friends at Oilers Nation. Beautiful, beautiful apparel shirt. Picked up by the lovely Megan Jamie Brain for yours truly's 39th birthday. Along with, another nice Oilers Nation hoodie. I can't wait to get that Tom Brady shirt. Ooh, it's gonna be amazing. So again, thank you, Megan. Did it bring a little luck tonight? Ooh, did it bring a little luck tonight for Leon? Let's get right into it. So the Oilers, sitting in third place going into this evening's game, takes on our friends from the south, the Calgary Flames. Calgary? How do you say it? That's another question I have for Tired Nation. You can always hit us up, but the Calgary Flames kind of in amongst their own little skid right now. Let's break it down right now. It was a I would say a typical start for the Oilers. We go down 1-0 on that goal by Mr. Stone, not to be confused by the real Mark Stone out in Las Vegas. But that was his first, so, typical Oilers gifting players their first goal. Assists go to Mangiapane, probably one of the most favorited names to say across the NHL. And of course, Christopher Laurie's boy, ride or die, whatever you want to call him, Milan Lucic on the assist. And it kind of caps off that period. So Flames up 1-0 going into the second. And then we get the Nuge. Nugie, big goal, his 12th of the year, assisted by yours truly, Neon Leon, 1-1. But then, of course, the Rat King, coined by TSN 1260's very own Dustin Nielsen, the Rat King of Calgaria, Matthew Tkachuk with his 10th, assisted by Boring Sean, a.k.a. Sean Monahan, and Sam Bennett. Boy, am I glad we didn't draft that guy. We got 2-1 score, and then halfway through that second period, we got Cahoon. Dominic Cahoon with the return into the lineup, picking up his 6th goal. Nice little play by Bear, enters the zone, a little toe drag, opens up some space, dishes it off of Yamamoto, across, tap in, Cahoon. 2-2. And then we head to the third. Granted, we killed off a big penalty from a dumb penalty from my boy Cassian. But, Oilers penalty killed, doing their thing. Not ashamed to say it. And then the Oilers get to go to the power play. About, let's call it 7 minutes in. We see right off the draw. Took about all but 4 seconds of power play time. Big win by Draisaitl. Ties up the guy. Little dish back. McDavid. Stick handle. Snipe right through Jacob Markstrom for your game winner. Oilers win 3-2. So all is well in Edmonton. All is well in the YEG, as we're saying. But, that was part 7 of the Battle of Alberta. And we get to play our friends from the South 10 times this year. 10. People are saying, oh, it's going to get boring. It's not getting boring. It's just getting interesting right now. But I wanted to kind of go down memory lane here and, shout out some of those totals so far. So quickly, game 1, back at the start of the year, the young year of the COVID season, the Flames take down the Oilers 6-4. It was a tough one, but nonetheless, game 2, Oilers persevere. They take the W, big 2-1 victory over the Flames. So right now, 1-1 are season records. Game 3, what we see here is Oilers 7, Flames 1. Oh my goodness. And that was a huge game. McDavid netting 5 points, including a natural hat trick. Holy smokes. Oilers up 2-1 in the season series. We move to game 4 where the Oilers take another tight one, 3-2 over the Flames. We got 3-1 in terms of overall standings. We look at the next game, game 5. Flames 4, Oilers 3, another tightly contested contest. I believe this is the return of Sad Sutter, a.k.a. Daryl. So right now we got a 3-2 in your Oilers' favor of the season series. We move to game 6. Oilers 7, Flames 3. Big time performance from, our big guns. That's a 4-2 overall series lead. And then tonight, we saw it happen. We saw that 3-2 win. So right now, in a 7-game series, the Oilers have 5 wins. The Flames have 2. It's no question why. We're not 12 points up on them. Same games played. We're a playoff team, and, our friends from the South are not. They're just not. And that's okay. We all can't be playoff teams. So shout out Calgary. I think we call them the YYC or something like that. They've got cool malls, I'm sure, and, Canada Olympic Park, and sure, I've got relatives that live just outside in Cochrane, but let's be honest, the real front runners of Alberta are the Oilers. And it's ride or die. Yank till we die. Looking forward to playoffs here. But we got a transition here to OK Blue Jays. Let's play ball. I was a wee lad when I first heard that, going back to the 91, let's call it maybe 92 season. Before that first World Series, I mentioned on a previous podcast, sitting there in Skydome with my grandpa, watching the likes of Kirby Puckett and Ken Herbeck of the Minnesota Twins, and I just hear this song, and I'm, what are we even doing here? Let's clap along to this. So let's talk Blue Jays. So let's talk Blue Jays. Well, first of all, the Blue Jays played yesterday, and the Blue Jays beat Yankees in 10th inning on opening day. That's right, friends. The Blue Jays are undefeated in the year 2021. The Blue Jays are currently in a tie for first place, and the Yankees are not. But I want to highlight a few things here, most notably the end of the game. Julian Merriweather. If you don't know that name, friends, You might have to type it into the Google machine there. And he was the cornerstone, if you want to call it, the cornerstone of the Josh Donaldson trade. So he was acquired in the 2018 trade that sent Josh Donaldson to Cleveland. But now Josh Donaldson's with Minnesota, and I hate to break to you, Donaldson fans and likes of, he left the Twins season opener with hamstring tightness. So to give you an idea of what Merriweather does, he comes in, he dusts off the first two hitters of the bottom of the 10th, international rule in place, runner on second, 6 pitches, 6 strikes, we got 2 strikeouts, and then he goes strike, strike, ball, foul, and then he gets the strikeout to seal the deal. Teoscar, my boy, he ties the score in the 6th inning with a bomb, a monster jack, 430 some odd feet on a hanging slider. That's right, Garrett Cole. You can't hang them sliders. And worst of all, his parents were in the crowd. Good golly, Miss Molly, Garrett Cole. You can't. Dad is not talking to you on the car ride home, Garrett Cole. I'm just saying. So the Jays improve to 1-0 on the season. No game today. They needed some rest, but they're back at it, right at it tomorrow, and I believe Sunday to finish off that 3-game set. Could be 4 games. I'd have to check my math, but it's April, baby. It's baseball season, and I, for one, am excited. Now, before we do transition, we do got to just mention reading some informative score pieces from the lovely app. Power rankings were released recently, and the Jays clock in at 7 overall out of all Major League Baseball teams. I like that. I don't think that's a disservice to them. I don't think that they deserved any higher. But we'll see, friends. Just buckle up. It's going to be a fun ride this year. And George Springer wasn't even in the lineup. He wasn't even in the lineup. He's nursing that oblique. He's doing his Suzanne Summer sit-ups or whatever to heal him up. And we're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. Well, friends, we've reached that part of the show. I failed to do this. I got to work this in a little bit more consistently. But once it becomes official, for sure, consistency. But right now it's inconsistent. But we got to shout out our unofficial sponsor, and that is the West Kelowna Warriors. As they prepare for their 2021 pod season, they've got their leadership group. They've got their leader in terms of Christopher Laurie, president, GM. I'm sure he makes lunches for them. He's not hosting parties at Big White for team builders. No, you can't do that. He's better than that. He's probably hosting Zoom meetings. They're probably playing a lot of Wii bowling online or something. I don't know what he does, but he's got the boys probably energized for that home opener or on the road. I should really pay attention a little bit more. April 3rd, April 4th. But don't worry, we'll start recapping West Kelowna Warrior stuff on Tired Gents here. And I expect a Warrior jersey on my back sometime soon. Will it be crested with the captain's name? I don't know. I don't want to put my name. I'm not that guy. I never was that guy to put my own name on the backs of hockey jerseys or any jersey other than my own. You don't play for the team, so come on. So Lori, don't worry. We'll keep working it out between you and I. In the meantime, keep managing Alexis, Texas as best you can. MH is going to get turned upside down after this week. Shout out all the managers for all the hard work they've been doing. And I can't wait to see what happens next week. The standings are going to be crazy. And I'm sure we'll have an update here on Tired Gents. But like I said, it's one of my past times, one of my current times. Maybe not so much now with kids, but that's why we have PBR, is Boob Tube. And we're talking your favorite shows, your favorite miniseries of all time. All time. So we got to strap in here real quick. I'm just going to kind of whiz through a bunch of stuff and just kind of highlight, have I seen it, have I not, a couple of 2 cents on it. Is it ranked too high? Is it ranked too low? But we got to get right into it. Number 50, and this is again coming from, I'm sure, a very well-esteemed website. This is called wealthygorilla.com. But this is updated until like 2021. We're talking 20 best TV shows of all time. Starting off with number 50 is House. And if you're like me, and you had a girlfriend slash fiance slash wife, like holy smokes, this show debuted in, oh my goodness, 2004. 2004, I hadn't even started dating the lovely Megan Jamie until 2006, and it ended in 2012. Seems like it's a fit to be at 50. You go scroll down, we've got an amazing American television drama called Oz, following the Emerald City. Made its way to HBO and ran for 6 seasons. Great show. Kind of surprised that it ranks down at 49. We've got Fargo at 48, I'm going to be honest. Haven't seen it. Have not seen it. 47, Only Fools and Horses. Got to chalk that up to you. Have not seen it. Fleabag at 46. Have not seen it. And then we start getting into some things here. We got Stranger Things at 45. Dude, it's rated a little bit low. Because to be honest, like whether I talk to my students about it or talk to people my age, people have seen it. You know, it's kind of that cult following. I look forward to the next season, but is it going to jump the shark? Because we all know kid actors on shows, as they grow up, it just gets a little less interesting. See Malcolm in the Middle and Dewey. Holy smokes. We got Roots clocking in at 44. Going to be honest, I know Roots based on Dave Chappelle. I do know that the Reading Rainbow guru himself, LeVar Burton, he was a mainstay in that Roots series, but cannot say that I've watched it. 43, we've got Sons of Anarchy. Surprised it's a little low within the top 50. You know, maybe a friend of mine, a TJ McCluskey, maybe models his day-to-day behavior and clothing based on one or more of the characters. A Jackson, does it go by Jax? I don't even know. But, man, premiered in 2008 and ran for 7 seasons, totaling 92 episodes. And I was there for most of them. But Tay, thank you for letting me know how it ends without me having to invest all of that time. Number 42, we got 24. Can't say that I really got involved with it. 41, Frasier. Oh my goodness. You stone-faced adult crowd that thinks they know what comedy is, then you probably watched Frasier. The only thing, you know, in terms of Frasier that I appreciate is, Sideshow Bob and the voice of Kelsey Grammer voicing Sideshow Bob. But other than that, Frasier, oh my goodness. Shout out Seattle. 6 Feet Under coming in at 40. Can't say I watched it. ER, now that's a show. That doctor show was like one of the first. It paved the way for all of these different hospital shows and all the dramas that ensued. It premiered in 94. Good gosh, I'm old. It ran for 331 episodes across 15 seasons. I can remember a lot of them. Black Adder starring Mr. Bean. Heard of it, never watched it. The Shield, again, heard of it, never watched it. The Walking Dead, now that's a show that I did invest in. I probably was all in it to win it for the first 3 to 4 seasons, and then it jumped the shark for me, and it just became too much. So I can't say that I watch it anymore. I can't say that I'm invested at all in it. I think it was more of, at the times it was hot, so I gave it a try, but geez, it just missed for me. NYPD Blue coming in at 35. Here and there I watched it. Orange is the New Black. Again, we tried to watch it on Netflix. Never really made through it. Better Call Saul. We'll get into a little bit of Breaking Bad chatter here. Haven't really got into that one. 30 Rock coming in at 32. Sherlock coming in at 31. Parks and Rec, although a lot of people talk about it, I hear there's a lot of funny moments in it, but I think it was just like, for me, it was like a broke man's office. And that's why I think staying at 30 is fair. Now, 29 for Curb Your Enthusiasm. Oh my goodness. That seems pretty low on the scale. Like, we're talking Larry David. This is a show that premiered in the year 2000. Shout out Conan. But this is a funny show based off of Larry David's life. We all know he is the real George Costanza, but 29 seems a little low in terms of my power rankings. We got the Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. That's more up my in-laws and my mom's alley. But we'll move on. 27, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I remember that flick. Good TV series. A lot of stuff happening lately with it. Ooh, Josh Whedon, watch out. Peaky Blinders, haven't gotten into that. Not a big fan of the whole British scene. It's hard to understand what they're saying. I don't like reading subtitles. X-Files, I was involved in a lot of late night episodes, watching Agent Mulder and Agent Scully work their way through all the paranormal cases. Oh my goodness, 93 it debuted, spawning 202 episodes across 9 seasons. Arrested Development, tried to get into it. Funny, haven't watched it all. Deadwood, haven't watched it. Friends at 22, I think Meg and Jamie would disagree with how low that is on the power scale. Band of Brothers, good war flick. Can't say that I've watched it all. Fawlty Towers, shout out my grandpa. He was a big Fawlty Towers British television show again. Those British shows I can't understand. South Park coming in at 19. We've got Battlestar Galactica at 18. All in the Family at 17. Shout out Jeff Dubik. Loves that All in the Family. Boardwalk Empire, haven't watched it. Twin Peaks, didn't really watch it. We've got The West Wing, didn't really watch it. Doctor Who, didn't really watch it. Star Trek, the original series, coming in at 12. We know of it. Can't say that I really watched it. But now we're starting to, creep into that top 10. The Office. Probably would have placed it a little bit higher. But, oh, geez, we've got the greatest boss of all times, Michael Scott. We've got Jim, and we've got Pam, we've got Dwight, and just too many to name. That's coming in at number 11. Saturday Night Live, a good fixture. I think it's rated a little too high. I think we've had a lot of down years as opposed to up years. And now we get into the creme de la creme. Here we go. This is inside the top 10. We got Lost coming in at 9. I'm going to say one of my favorite TV shows that I've enjoyed. I don't care what anybody says. I much appreciated the ending. It made you think. And, oh man, to be on that island. The Smoke Monster. Woo! Love to start rewatching that show sometime soon with my kids. Number 8, Seinfeld. That's one of the reasons I don't cancel my cable, because syndication, I can watch Seinfeld almost every single night on one of them extended channels. We're not talking streaming yet. Simpsons at number 7. It was the bomb. I can't believe they keep turning it out. I can't. And I don't watch it anymore. But boy, was that my childhood right there. Twilight Zone, I know of it. Obviously wasn't really invested in it as being an 80s to 90s child. 1960 and 1961, sorry. Let's call it early 60s. A little past my time. Mad Men, never watched it. Number 5. And then we got the Game of Thrones. Do we think Game of Thrones needs to be higher than 4? Because right behind that is Breaking Bad. In my opinion, that's the number 1 show. Walter White, Jesse Pinkman, I Am the One Who Knocks. Heisenberg. That was just an amazing series. 62 episodes across 5 seasons. You want to talk about a Mr. Rogers becoming a Scarface? This is the show that you need to watch. I don't care what anybody says. Number 2, The Wire. I know Tay-Tay's starting to watch that again through a Canadian series, not enjoying it as much. But nonetheless, The Wire, Coming in at number 2, and then we have The Sopranos and The Fade to Black. It premiered on January 10th, 1999. Ran for 6 seasons, totaling 86 episodes. And I was there for pretty much all of them. That was me in grade 12 and just running the gambit. Learning to really appreciate television. And, man, Sopranos. That opening theme. Woke up this morning and got myself a gun. Sorry about that. I had to get a little karaoke on you. But you get the point. So, I don't know where you come on top of this. That's a lot of shows I just ran through in hopefully not too long of a time. Hit me up. Let me know. You can tweet at me. Start a discussion. Just say that I have no idea what I'm talking about, but just do something. Just do something. My countdown, I'm trying to keep myself accountable here. I've got under 5 minutes. I just want to talk a little AEW. We're not going to get into too much tonight, but nonetheless, did I honestly take it off? I'm just going to have to bring it up here one more time here. I want to just talk a little bit about the power rankings. The power rankings of AEW. Now, while I'm searching that, I saw something come across my Twitter feed today, and that's the Broken Skulls podcast of the one and the only Stone Cold Steve Austin interviewing the Demo God himself, Chris Jericho, post WrestleMania, I believe, but they haven't acknowledged the whole AEW side of him, but that's going to be his first time, I think, joining Steve Austin in 3 years, obviously since he joined AEW as a company. But without further ado, let's talk a little bit of AEW rankings. Well, the champion, the man, the myth, the legend, the leader, the true leader of the Bullet Club, in my opinion, Kenny Omega, he's number 1. He is your champion. We've got the TNT champion, Darby Allin, coming in. And then, let's talk about within our top 10. So we've got Hangman Page, followed by Jon Moxley, then Jungle Boy, and then we've got Pac and Cody Rhodes. Who else is there? Probably won't even load for me. But in the meantime, of those guys, I see Moxley climbing his way back into that title picture. I see Hangman Page, whatever he's doing with the Dark Order. Jungle Boy is a concern of mine. I think he just kind of toils around. He's got to kind of drop the whole Jurassic Express. Pac is a beast. Pac. The whole Death Triangle needs a little bit more light shed on him. And then you've got your company owner. Everybody loves to hate Cody Rhodes. And he can do no wrong. He knows what to do. Moving into the women's rankings, we've got Hikaru Shida, if I'm saying her name right. We know what she is. She's the women's champ. Coming in at number 1 for the challenge position, Tay Conti. Then Red Velvet. Then we've got Ryo Mizunami. And then we've got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, followed by Nyla Rose. Really all I can say is it's just a matter of time before Britt Baker elevates herself into that championship women's position. I like Tay Conti, what she's doing. Anna Jay is on the shelf when she comes back. And we can't forget, I can't even think of her name. She's new. She hasn't even really wrestled. She was in that Shaq match. If you know what I'm talking about, just let me know. But the women's face of wrestling is vastly improved in terms of the AEW product. Tag team rankings, we've got the Young Bucks as the champs. We've got Hot on Their Heels. We've got number 1 ranking. Wow, SCU with Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. We've got Jurassic Express with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. The Butcher and the Blade, following by the Dark Order with Alex Reynolds and John Silver. And finally, FTR. Wow, they are totally misrepresented in this. Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, they should be right up there. Now part of the Pinnacle with MJF. Them and the Young Bucks. And And that's about it. I think they're going to drive that division. You know, it's a solid tag team division, but it could use a little bit more spicing up. Overall, AEW, if you're not watching it on Wednesday nights, Dynamite is absolute dynamite. Absolute fire, as the kids would say. To be honest, I don't watch the other network much these days. I still pay attention, but AEW is where it's at. That timer has run out, and I don't have a lot of time for this dad stuff. So I just got to wet the whistle a little bit here. Dad energy. I'm going to say out of 100 currently. Whew. Spring break, recharging the batteries. I'm going to say I'm coming in at about 74 on the Richter scale. Mornings are good. I've got my boy Will, aka Willy Wonka, Will the Thrill, doing those solid 8 to 8:30 a.m. sleep-ins. My Jack Bear, Jack Attack, Jackie Boy, as usual, up around that 6:30 to 7. And then Ben Amoon, boy Ben. Is he going to get up before 1 a.m. tonight? Fingers crossed. I don't think so. But he's pretty easy to get back to sleep, and I know he's going to be up at around 6:30 to party with Dad downstairs. But it's just a new way of life, and we like that. We put on some sports highlights, maybe some tunes. But hey, who wouldn't want to do that on any given day? And like I said, today is a Friday. I've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, back to school on Wednesday. And I'm going to enjoy every single minute with these crazy boys. Playing basketball, playing mini hockey in the basement, jumping on the trampoline with them, going for bike rides, coaching hockey, the occasional McDonald's trip. Because even dads need their McDonald's sometimes. Shout out Mickey D's. But friends, we did it. We did it. I don't think we went too much over, considering when our guests are on, our friends of the Tired Nation, sometimes we dip a little bit onto that extended time. But we want to try to keep it short and sweet for you. We want to put a little sunshine in your day, as they say. And I'm enjoying doing it. And that's all we can do right now in this crazy world of COVID. Can't let us hold it down. Can't let it hold us down, I think I meant to say. So, as always, we got to remind you to stay safe, take care of one another, be good people, make someone smile, tell a joke, wash your hands, wear a mask when you need to, and until next time, goodbye and good night.